to another episode here on Truly Bedrock. I'm your host, BJ, and today we're starting our episode here in the shopping district. Oh, not shopping district. This is the starter village, and I've not done any builds in the starter village until now. I've been working on this area here for off and on for the last week or so, and over the course of 2 streams at this point now. Which, by the way, quick plug, Twitch TV, BJW. Please come check it out. I've been streaming a lot more frequently, and I'd really love for you guys to come stop by. But anyway, here is the portal from the nether into the starter village. And previously, we just had this grassy knoll with a couple of giant creeper holes into it that went into a ladder that went down to the end portal. And as I mentioned in the last video, Zloy has done a ton of work on a couple of buildings in here and the underground bits that tied over to the end portal. And so I wanted to do the work on the top, on the surface here. They let me do that, and so I spent the last couple of streams and some other time in here beautifying a little bit, making it look pretty, even for all the zombies. In fact, is there a zombie in here? Is that where I hear that from? There's been some mobs down in there spotting as I've been working in this area, but I got some stairs built. I spent a fair amount of time doing this. I think it looks really good. I'm really happy with it. It turned out nice. And as we mentioned in the last video, we still have the building around the drop down to the end portal that we have to do. So I thought I would come back and do this today, and rather than doing it on the stream, I'd rather spend my time on stream getting all of this stuff done. And I hope you like it. I think we got a little bit more work to do. I think we still have time before the end of the season, so I'll have enough time to work in the shopping district for a while, I think. Or I keep saying shopping district, in the starter village. And I might just go through here and put all these paths and tie all these buildings together that have been built just for fun. I do tend to like building paths for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I just like placing cobble and gravel and things. Man, that drowned. That sound sounds terrible. It sounds like he has a cold. The drowned have the coke. Anyway, I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna have to bleep that out because we can't say that or we get demonetized. That is for people who have monetization, which I don't. Anyway, we still have work to do, but I have a couple of things I have to go collect first, because one of the things I want to do on this end portal building, it's hard to call this thing anything, this end portal building to the end portal, we want to go into the end, and 47 times so far this episode, but we need to go into the end and get a bunch of blocks, because we're going to gussy this up a little bit using the end blocks, so it's terribly obvious that when you come in here that this is intended to go to the end. So and I don't know that I've ever really built with purple blocks or end blocks very much, so it'll be interesting. I think I'm probably going to end up keeping a lot of the stone, and of course all these openings and things like that. I'm just laying out the framework for this. I still have to build the roof to make sure it's right, and I have an idea of what I'm going to backfill a lot of this with, so I'm going to also need to get some white concrete and wool. Although I think I've got a ton of wool. Don't worry about that, but I do need some white concrete to fill in the blanks here a little bit, and I'm going to need a little bit of spruce and a little bit of dark oak and a lot of end stuff. So the first thing I think I'm going to have to do is go get a bunch of materials to complete this, and I think I have I got a couple of empty shulker boxes that we'll go into. So we'll do this really quickly. We'll just do a couple of jump cuts, go through the end, gather some materials, and then we'll get back here and get to building. Before we go to the end, I actually had an idea. How about if we come to the shopping district? And I remember that the shop was here. I think this is Silent's shop, and then Foxy has a little bit in here as well. And there's actually a couple things that I need. The reason that that's interesting is I don't know that I'd seen this in here before with the iron. I've seen the ones with the diamond, and I have purchased fireworks with diamonds before, but I need fire rockets as well. I've only got this many left, and if I'm gonna go flying around the end, I need some more. And the other thing is too, with the moon the way it is right now, I'm a little bit concerned about the longevity of our life here on this world right now. And as they say, you can't take it with you, so I might as well start spending some of my diamonds a little bit. But I think I want to spend my iron on that. Do I have iron in here? I do. I can just use this instead of my stores over at the shop. Let's talk about this for a second. So you said 16. Let's just put a couple blocks in there. How much can I get out of this? There's 4 stacks of 16 there. Let's do that. I think this is a smarter play here. I got 14 there. Let's just we'll just stack those out like that. There we go. I think that's all the rockets I'm going to need for at least a little while anyway. I'm saving myself some diamonds. I still have some iron left, and then I can spend some of those diamonds on some end stuff in here. Let's see. Is this just shulkers? All the shulkers are diamonds. I'm looking for materials though. I'm not going to forget that box. I promise. I need some of the blocks from the end, and I don't see any here. Maybe here we've got obsidian. Nope. I could use that. What about over here? Don't need any shulkers. No. And bricks. I could use those. 2 pebbles for a stack. How much is a pebble per diamond? I'm gonna take 2 stacks, 2 pebbles per stack. Let's just say that's 4 diamonds. I think that's pretty close. I think this is Silent as well. So Silent, if you're watching this and that's wrong, let me know. I'll come back and pay you more. I promise. Oh yeah, the golden carrot. I do need some. See, golden carrots, 2 diamonds or 6 pebbles per stack. It makes me think it's 3 pebbles per diamond. That was 2 pebbles. I still think that was pretty close. I can't do math. Let's see. Do we have any more carrots here? I could use some more. Ah, yes. Let's go ahead and take 2 stacks of those for 4 diamonds. There we go. Now we have enough food. Don't have to worry about food for a little while. Oh, that's all I have is white concrete powder. No actual white concrete. Oh, this is terrible. People need to keep their store stocked for crying out loud, but I guess I'm taking these. Concrete, 2 diamonds per stack, so that means there's 8 diamonds. 1, 2. Alright, concrete powder. Done. Oh, look, it's a slime shop. I hadn't seen this one before. 9 stacks per diamond. Ooh. I could definitely use some slime balls. I don't even think I have an idea of what I can use these for. Let's go ahead and do that. 9 stacks per diamond. I just put 9 diamonds. I could take this whole thing. If that's the case, let's go ahead and take 1 more stack. Let's do 2 diamonds in here. I could use those. Nice. I like me some slime. Oh, I just came up with a good idea. I was in Discord talking with Lyarrah, and she has some endstone and some things like that that are available. So I'm gonna go meet up with her really quick and grab whatever she has available. Pay her some goods, some diamonds, something useful, and then maybe that's gonna save me a big long trip to the end. So I'm gonna go meet up with her, probably over at her base really quick, and get me some endstone. Let's, you and me, have a little conversation. So Lee did in fact have the purper and the other things that I needed to complete my build, and we even went and we met up, had a great time, a nice little conversation, and made a little trade. She gave me the goods that I need, and I gave her a diamond block, and it didn't record for some reason. I have no idea why. Probably user error, but it is my own fault, and I'm going to have to deal with it. That said, even though I made a silly mistake, it was great to hang out with Lee, and I'm really grateful that she was nice enough to make a trade for some of our blocks that we need to finish this build, which I think is really going to help. These are just accent blocks, so I don't need necessarily a ton of them. Just one way to make this feel like it does actually belong to the end to some degree. And I think I have all the blocks I need now to do the build. Maybe I'll need to get a little bit more wood. That's part of the reason I grew these trees over there. But let's go ahead and put up a time-lapse camera over there and get this building for the most part finished. We'll come back and do a little bit of the decoration together and some of the stuff down below it. So enjoy the time-lapse. There we go. We got the first steps in the roof and the sides done, and I'm going to admit this looks really rough to start with. It does look a little bit goofy. I will readily admit that. But we also have a ways to go. So, and this is one of the challenges, of course, of building something on the diagonals. It does start to integrate some interesting issues in terms of alignment and things like that. And you could kind of see as I was doing that time lapse, I was having some real trouble getting some alignment on the roof. And even now, I think it is correct, but it still admittedly does look a little bit goofy. But we are also building the diagonal, so we're going to kind of have to deal with some of that. But there's also some other things that we're starting to introduce like these really kind of slit windows down here. I meant for this to be a little bit more armored, but there's a lot more things that we're going to be putting on to the outside of this, I think, to really help that. And then also when we get the inside of this thing filled in and decorated a little bit, some of the stuff put in here, I think it's going to make a fair amount of difference. But I did want to come down and just kind of acknowledge really quick that that roof was quite a pain. It took me a while to get through it, and I wanted to mention that there's still going to be a lot of stuff that we have to do with that. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's see if we can get this thing done. Well, I ended up having to come to the end anyway because I had run out of some of the materials, and there was some other ones that I actually needed, and then I found this. Now, I see the head, the dragon head at the beginning of that thing, and here's the shulker that's always there on the edge between here and hide. I did not expect. Look at my coordinates. I'm only -1,000 by -1,800. That's pretty close to the end island, all things considered. We have 16 people playing on this server, and the end has been raided many times. The fact that I could get here and find everything intact is really surprising to me. I wonder if, yep, look at that. We even got Lyarrah in there. Sweet. Well, this is good because this is also going to help me get all the stuff that I need. I found another city that I raided, and I got some goods. I got more endstone than I needed. I got a couple shulkers. I needed the glass is what I really needed, and then some end rods. So now, Foxy, next time you come here and you're looking for the end portal, or the end portal access, which was right here, and you couldn't find it with a building right there, when it said this way, here you go. Here's a little sign for you. Foxy, end portal that way in the building. There you go. And hopefully the purple and the endstone and the other decorations we're getting ready to do in here will help give you an indication. So as you can see, I've done a fair amount of work since the last one here. I got this all closed in. I have to do it on the other side as well. You can't see it because it's covered up by the ceiling right there, but that's open on the other side of this building. Let's see if I can get over here a little bit and get a little bit of a look. We'll fly around it here towards the end of the episode and give you guys a little bit better look, but there you go. I'm actually feeling better about it now at this point. It looked a little bit funky with the roof in, and I still have some things I need to do on the roof that'll help break it up and make it look a little bit better. But the way that this sort of turned out inside, I put this beam that's kind of at a little bit of an angle through here, which I think adds a little bit of character to it. It's starting to look a little, I don't know, kind of Harry Pottery to some degree, which I think is kind of fun. And then we're going to do this little decoration here around the access way to make it a little bit more obvious for my friend Foxy about how to get down here. So I got a couple of other goods whilst I was there. I got some more purple. I got the end rods, which here I'll show you what I was going to do with those really quick. I need better light out here, and so I thought why not come in here and kind of have these little, almost like the little beams of light in here. Oh, that was too low. I'm gonna put it up one more, and I think that'll help set it off here a little bit on the end. We're gonna do a different sort of treatment here over the front door in a sec as well, but there you go. Let's see if that helps a little bit. Adds a little bit of light. I would never put that on something that used stone normally, but because this is the end building, we're going to do it anyway. And then I thought I would come through. Let's just make sure that this is going to look okay. It might look a little weird from the other side. And I'm going to put blocks in there, so I think I'm okay removing these. But I wanted to put the obsidian here, so it makes it a little bit more obvious. We'll go ahead and go one more up, and then put some there. Put a little bit here. We're going to lose that light. That's okay. A little more obsidian there. And then some of that. And I think we need to put that there. That'll help. And then maybe what we should do is how about some purple and put this up here, kind of up underneath. That might actually make that look a little better. I think it does actually. In fact, let's go ahead and put that all the way across here. And then we'll add, I need, what is that? That's the, oh, am I out? I must have set that down somewhere. Let's grab it really quick. If I got some in here, just need a little bit of the oak slabs to finish that off. Where did I put you? And then as I'm looking for this, one of the other things I've got happening here next also is I'm going to decorate this like it's a pub. So, and we're going to call it the pub at the end, and hopefully that'll add a little bit of character to it. There we go. Add that in. And I don't know if I like that very much. I'm probably going to mess with that a little bit and clean some of this other stuff out of the way, but I really wanted to make it super obvious that hey Foxy buddy, this is where you're supposed to go. So maybe we can go ahead and actually put a little bit of a purple glass back behind here. Didn't need that one. There we go. And what should I put up there? I guess I could go ahead and just fill that in with the wood as well. I've already put the other one. I gotta come back, put something in there, and that'll help kind of close that in. And I need to do something up along the edges. How about if we did? I just don't, I don't like. I've never liked that purple color. I think I'll leave these out for right now, and then as I decorate it and I put tables and things like that in there, I'll modify this a little bit. And I gotta put a couple of signs on here, and what I think I'm gonna do is see if I can find the little arrow-shaped terracotta that shows the up and the down arrow, and maybe I'll throw that in there. But this is kind of really, I just don't like that purple. I never have, but like I said, it's kind of a thematic build, so we're gonna go with it. And so I think what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna go ahead and clean a lot of this stuff out. I might put it upstairs, put some stairs going up there, make it feel like there's a little bit of an inn above the pub, and get all this stuff cleaned up out of here, and then start decorating down in here, and then we'll come back and show it off, and then slowly transition into a mostly finished project. The fun of video editing. We come in here, and I cleaned up all my shulkers and all my boxes, and I got them upstairs. We got a little bar here. I'll show you in a second, but I got these little stairs. I love these things. I'm starting to really get into these really tight, tiny staircases that lead up, and this is where the pub owner can come upstairs. I was going to make this into more of an inn, but I don't think I have enough room, or quite frankly, I don't think people would really come up here and look at it. So not much sense in spending that much effort in here, but we'll make it into an interesting, like an apartment. We'll put a couple of windows on the sides, maybe add some dormers, a couple of chandeliers, stuff like that coming down once I get everything cleaned out of here. And then of course the owner can come downstairs and open up the pub and whatnot. We got a little what do you call this thing, a bar, I guess. The door to come through, got a couple barrels of ale back in here. We're just starting to get some decoration going, of course, because it's the end. We have to have the chomping face dragon over there, and we did a little bit of work here on this. Added a couple lights in here, moved a couple of the stairs back, cleaned it up a little bit. Still not too bad, not deeply in love with it, but it'll work. So we have our tables here. We can go ahead and start setting a couple up, maybe. What do we did one right here, and then I gotta of course get, should we use stone? That might be kind of interesting if we mixed a little bit of stone and regular oak. Yeah, maybe one like that. Oh yeah, that might actually kind of nice. Then we can even put one back in the corner so it's more like it's a booth. Oh yeah, there we go. That works pretty well. And then we'll come out onto the deck when we build this. And so one of the things I wanted to plug a little bit really quickly as well, which is, this is only going to work if you watch this video when it comes out on Friday, because on Saturday, and actually even Friday night, I think I'm going to be streaming, and we're going to be working on this building. We'll be working on the deck back here. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to build a deck off the back and add a bunch of plant material and things like that to kind of grow up over it, make it like I don't know, I want to say Mediterranean, but that's not quite the word I'm looking for, but lots of growies and things on it. And then we're going to do a massive overhaul on this island as well to make it kind of an interesting garden. You'll be able to step down off the deck into a little garden space. And so with the stream on Friday night, likely, not 100% sure, that'll be the day this is released, or, and I should say, on Saturday, we will be having another Truly Bedrock stream day, and I will be streaming on there. Please go check out the Discord and trulybedrock.com for more information about when that stream is going to happen. But yeah, we still got a couple of tables we got to stick in here. Let's see here. We got to get our fences. Oh yeah, I'll still have to do a lot of plants and decoration like that in here as well. But we want to make this not necessarily a straight path. Let's make this kind of circuitous. Do I get everything I need? I think I do. Come off of here, a couple. Put one there, one there. Yeah, that'll work. Maybe a couple spaces in between. How about there? We'll try that. And then we can do another kind of booth up in the corner over here. Like that. Put a table there. Put a table there. That's only 5 right now. I want to, I need to leave this open for people to get through. Maybe I'll add some carpet up in here, and then we'll also do, let's see if I've got scaffolding. Maybe this, see if this works. I'm curious. If we had something like that. And then do I have a trapdoor? I don't have one on me. I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to borrow it for right now. I'll come back and replace this here after I finish filming this episode, but I just want to try it to see if it looks good or not. And what I want to do is put like a little seat back on this guy like that. I might need to raise this up if I'm going to do that, but yeah, that might work. If we had a couple of those chairs along on the bar, and then we'll raise the bar up one. In fact, let's just go ahead and do it now while we're talking about it, so I don't forget to do it, and we can see what it looks like. I put it up here. Oh yeah, that's way better. That makes much more sense. And I don't think I have, so, oh, I do have one right here. I'll do that right there. And then I think we can leave this right here. The door that people can get back in there. I think that still looks good. Let's go ahead and raise these up. That's going to break that, but I don't care. I was just playing with that anyway, just seeing what it might look like. There we go. So let's go ahead and add maybe 2 more. Yeah, that'll work. And then I'll add those to it here in just a minute. But that'll look good. And then let's put a couple of tabletops on these guys. What I might do also is I might make this one a little bit larger. Actually, let's go ahead and make this a double. If I still have one. Yep, I got one there and one there. And then I'll go ahead and add in another booth back up in that corner and maybe one along this edge. And then a couple out onto the deck. I think I'm going to put a couple out here so it feels like it's a nice little pub with maybe some umbrellas over it, something like that. And then, yeah, a lot of decorations we're going to put up on the walls, and this thing will be finished. But like I said just a minute ago, we're going to be doing a lot of that on the stream. Friday possibly, and definitely on Saturday. So I really hope you guys are able to make it out this weekend. I'm looking forward to seeing you. I think that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. I really enjoyed this one. It's been a lot of fun. Looking forward to the next one, of course. And if you guys enjoyed this, please hit that like button, hit the old thumbs up. Maybe leave a comment down below. I've been enjoying some of the comments that have been coming through lately. And if you are not subscribed yet, please consider doing so. I'd really appreciate it. And we will see you guys either this weekend on the stream day or in the next episode. Bye-bye.